Beloved, we've walked a long, tender, transformative path together in this arc, and as we arrive at the final episode, I want you to pause, breathe, and truly feel what you've already done. You've peeled back the layers you didn't know you were carrying, you recognize the identities that weren't yours, you've heard the whisper of the real you resurfacing, you've felt the pull of the old self and kept walking forward anyway. You've learned the energetic cost of carrying what isn't yours. You've practiced self-patience, self-honoring, and sovereignty more deeply than most people ever will. This final episode isn't about learning something new. It's about living what you've already remembered. Today, we explore one of the simple but life-altering questions. How do you walk through the world as your true self? Let's take this step together, gently, lovingly, and with the deepest respect for everything you've become. Part 1. What it actually means to live as yourself. Beloved, living as the sovereign self doesn't look like perfection. It's not about being enlightened or endlessly calm or detached from life. Living as your true self looks like honesty, simplicity, choosing your truth over your fear, staying connected to your body, listening to your frequency, honoring your capacity, responding instead of performing, expressing instead of suppressing, breathing before reacting, noticing before collapsing, asking your heart before you ask the world. It looks like aligning with yourself in micro movements, not mastering yourself in every moment. Sovereignty is not a final destination, it's a daily return, a practice, a rhythm, a way of being. And beloved, you're already doing it. Part 2. Integration, the missing piece most people overlook. Many people awaken, but few people integrate. Integration is where you embody what you've learned, practice what you've remembered, honor what you discovered, apply your truth in real life, shift your patterns, change your pace, choose differently. Integration is not doing more, it's simply letting the new self take the lead. Think of it like this. You've met the authentic you. Now you let them live. Not in grand gestures, not in dramatic life changes, but in the quiet, everyday choices where truth and habit compete. Integration is the moment you ask, what does my soul want in this moment? And then honoring the answer. Even if it's uncomfortable, even if it's unfamiliar, even if it's slow, even if it's new. Part 3. Living from your frequency instead of your fear. Living as the sovereign self means shifting from reacting to responding, pleasing to choosing, absorbing to noticing, contracting to opening, rushing to present moment awareness, bracing to breathing, performance to authenticity, emotional outsourcing to self-anchoring. It means your choices stop being driven by fear of rejection, fear of anger, fear of disappointment, fear of being misunderstood, fear of being too much, fear of being not enough, and start being driven by peace, clarity, inner truth, self-respect, alignment, emotional honesty, and grounded presence. This, beloved, is living from your frequency. This is sovereignty. Part 4. How your relationships change without your forcing anything. This is one of the most beautiful parts of the journey. When you begin living as your true self, your relationships shift naturally. Some relationships deepen, some relationships level out, some relationships gently fade, some relationships recalibrate. Some relationships stabilize with new boundaries. Some relationships dissolve because they cannot meet you where you are going. But here's the most important truth. You do not lose anything real by becoming your true self. You only lose what was built on your silence, what depended on your self-abandonment, what only worked when you carried the emotional weight, what loved who you pretended to be, not who you actually are. What remained is aligned. What arrives matches your frequency. What grows is true. Part 5. the new center, where your life begins to stabilize. As you continue integrating your truth, something extraordinary happens. Your nervous system develops a new baseline. You stop absorbing everything around you. You stop carrying what isn't yours. You stop collapsing to keep the peace. You stop performing for acceptance. You stop betraying yourself for belonging. You stop abandoning your needs to avoid conflict. And suddenly you feel steadier, clearer, less reactive, more grounded, more present, more self-connected, more emotionally honest, more capable of choosing yourself with grace. This is the new center. This is the sovereign self establishing a home inside your body. Part 6, a closing practice, living from the center. This practice anchors the entire arc into your daily life. Each morning, even if only for 10 seconds, place your hand on your heart and ask, what does living from my center look like today? Some days it might be resting. Some days it might be speaking truth. Some days it might be setting a boundary or moving slowly, choosing peace, saying no, saying yes, listening to your body, being honest with yourself, forgiving yourself. Living from your center is never dramatic. It's always meaningful. And beloved, this is the return. This is the integration. This is sovereignty in action. Not loud, not forceful, not performative, just true.